I'm Wolf.
I'm Andrew.
We're the Habits, and we're hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
I love what you guys are making. I dig the tunes that you guys are making. Now, it's crazy because it's just the two of you guys, drums and guitar, but it sounds like such a full band vibe when you listen to the music. Talk to me about the Habits and what was the reason behind creating this band between the two of you?
When we were kids, we started the band. It was a different band, different sound and everything, but then throughout the years it evolved like everything does.
Yeah.
And then we've been through a couple different band members and stuff, but it always just came back to the two of us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're best friends, we do everything together. But yeah, so the two of us make sense to us. And making the new stuff, we kind of like hit our groove. You know, like the musical journey is always trying to find where your
sound is?
Yeah, exactly. So then finally it took us a little while, but we found it, and it works.
Now, have you guys always been like drummer and guitarist, or did you guys kind of say like, okay, maybe I want to try doing the drums, maybe I want to try doing guitar? Like, has it always been like that?
We had a different band that started at the same time where he was the drummer, I was the singer. That only lasted about 2 shows, and then we were like, okay, let's pick one.
Yeah. Apparently they kicked me out of that band, but never told me, and then never played another show, so it's okay. No, but yeah, that was really a good time.
Yeah.
Andrew would, being the drummer, I would get to watch Andrew walk back and forth and like scream into the microphone. It was 2 very different bands, but no, for this band, it's always just been this way.
Was that those Warped Tour days?
Yeah, we. What were you talking about when we followed Warped Tour?
Well, no, that when he was singing and screaming.
Oh, got it. No, we played 2 shows. One was at was it a skate shop in Pedro?
Yeah.
And the other one was at this, this band, actually, our first shows ever were in Lomita at this coffee shop that I think was a church on Sundays or something.
Okay.
And it was called Awakenings, and we played there every month for like a year.
Nice.
And we played one show as that other band there too, but like we just used to, that's where we like grinded out all of our like terrible first shows. We were just terrible. I was looking at videos of us. We were off time with each other. Like I'm hitting wrong notes on the guitar. Andrew wasn't doing very many fills, so he would just hit the cymbals a lot. It was a good time though. We had a song called Cheerleader. It was not like the song that became a huge hit later, but they had a song called Cheerleader, Ballet Girl. Like we were like 15 years old and 14 years old, just having a good time.
Talking about all your crushes, basically.
Yeah. I realize now that saying ballet girl makes sense to us because we met at a ballet school.
Okay.
But everyone's like, why would they write a song about ballet girls? So, no, we used to dance all the time. So that's, about all our crushes, yeah.
So the fact that you guys used to dance, is that the reason behind like this kind of sound that you guys are creating? Because it's like, it's very dancey when you listen to the music. So did that kind of inspire like the creative process?
No. No, we always like fun stuff, you know. We used to go to like pop punk shows growing up, and we just like people having a good time when they listen to the music and when they go to the shows, just dancing around.
I think the way that dance influenced us though is because you're listening to, we did the Nutcracker every year. You're listening to the greatest like melodies in like classical music ever. That's like pop music for classical music. So like is all those like earworm melodies that I think that I hung on to whenever I was writing, whenever I started writing, because it's like you wanted to get stuck in people's head. Like Nutcracker, I hear that music all the time because I listened to it for like 20 something years over and over again. So like, but the music is so great, and the dancing wise, it also gives you this sense of like epicness, right? So like it's like big classical music that's catchy, but also like sad maybe sometimes. Right. So like when we write our songs, and when I write like lyrics and stuff, I'm always thinking like, how can I make the most impact to the most like feelings impact with the most dancey sound? So I try to like use the 2 contrasting things. Right. Like I'll write a sad song that you want to dance to.
Right.
That's our whole thing. Yeah.
Well, it's cool because that was what caught my attention in the first place. That it's like the melodies that you guys are writing are so catchy. I think Thirsty was the first thing I heard, and then I heard Love You, and then I heard Casual. So,
those are catchy songs.
So, what is that creative process between the two of you guys when you guys are creating these songs? Do you guys collaborate on the songwriting together, or does one focus more on the songwriting and then the other focuses more on like the instruments?
It varies between different songs. we wrote Casual together with our friend Devin. Shout out Devin Kennedy. He's a great guy. It's just like usually just us in a room writing, or I'll like think of, I thought of the na 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 part like months before we actually finish the song.
Yeah.
And then it's just like you get little bits of ideas and then bring it together. Or like I'll write a song on my own and be like, this is cool, right? And then Andrew goes, no, I'm just kidding. Andrew goes, yeah, this is cool. And then we just turn it into a song. Yeah. Andrew is great at just beating the. Can I curse? Beating the shit out of the drums. He's my favorite drummer, and even if he's not necessarily heavy and on the writing process, even though it's pretty 50-50, but like I always know that whenever we play the song live, he's gonna like bring it so hard, you know.
Right.
So it's like we rely on each other, mostly our musicality in that aspect live.
I feel like this kind of sound is like a lot more fun for a drummer. Like I feel like you're still dancing at the same time while you're like playing the drums. Like what is that like process for you?
Yeah, I like it. I get to mess around with dynamics a lot, and just I feel like I'm my own type of a front man. You know, when it's just the two of us, like people are looking at us like equally, and yeah.
If you watch him, I am always talking about, I'm like, don't watch me, watch Andrew. Because Andrew's so fun to watch. And I always watch videos because I don't get to look at him that often. But I mean, when I do, it's like he's always doing the most insane like faces and stuff. And he's like singing along. It's really fun to watch. And I think live shows are like, I mean, first off, you have to have the songs. But live is where people are gonna like you, like you're gonna make the most fans, right? So like if you have to bring it live. I hate going to see shows where the people are just like standing there on stage too cool for like.
It's like better just listening to the CD.
Right. It's like, why am I watching you guys stand there and be sleepy? I feel like we learned that from like all the bands we listened to when we were younger. Yeah. That like it's just like showmanship, you know. Right. And that's important.
Now, when you guys are creating your songs, you guys like actually consider the live show while you guys are creating, or does that come after?
Yeah, like there's a part in Casual where it has like a chant, and it's just the snare, and it's like I was just like, fuck, this is gonna be so cool live.
Yeah, definitely that. I mean, I feel like whenever I'm writing the songs, like my first goal is to make sure that it's the best song that it can be. And that it will translate live, because that's the worst. That's the worst thing. Whenever like a song's really cool to listen to, but then live it's like, this isn't as cool live. But it's like so. But luckily for our style of music, it works. It just works.
Okay. Now you guys have your debut EP right now. What is it about the 4 tracks that are on this EP that you guys felt like they were perfect as an introduction to the Habits?
We we came out with it at the beginning of the summer. So we wanted a summery vibe to it, and that to us is we call it a pool party EP. It's like an EP that you would listen to at a pool party that makes you have fun. There's emotional songs on it, but there's also just like a song like Thirsty is just like you can't go wrong if you're like having fun and hearing la da 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 in the background of it. So to us it was the perfect introduction to the Habits of the Habits to the world, because it's catchy melodies with thoughtful lyrics. That's what we like to do.
Now, like, it sounds like you guys had a fun time creating the EP and like the music, but like, what are some of the challenges that you guys face in order to like make this project happen?
That Love You intro.
Yeah, Love You. That intro took a while.
But
we did a lot of different versions. Yeah,
it's just the chorus, and then we had all these different versions, and we were like, this sounds weird. I don't know about this one. It's like the songs were done. It's the arranging of them that took the longest. And we work with our producer Courtney. He kind of honed in on what we were looking for. Like Casual was super easy. It was just literally like the bass, drums, guitar, vocals. That was basically it. Yeah. But everything else we put like way more production into. Hardest part of all of it was choosing the songs. Okay. Actually,
you got plenty more to like.
We did. We almost put this really emotional ballad on there, which I love writing ballads, but it just didn't fit with the rest of the vibe. There's only 4 songs, so like you can't have 3 like woohoo and then oh my god. You know, like one, I'm gonna cry, and then, but yeah, so it was choosing the songs and deciding which ones we're gonna save for the next one.
Yeah.
Because we have just like a huge amount of songs,
Right.
and we're probably gonna come out with one at the beginning of the year, another, not an EP, another single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that EP, like we mentioned, is out now. You guys have a casual music video dropping real soon.
Yes. Hopefully in the next month. Hopefully by November it'll be out.
So are you guys doing this all yourselves? Is there management? Is there a big team behind you guys? Like, what what's the process when you guys are like prepping a video, for example? Like, what's that team behind it, like helping you guys out?
We got lucky over the years of us doing this. We've like come into contact with different people and then kind of built our own little team. We have a manager, and he's great, and he through him we met the guy that does our music videos, our producer. Like all the, like we have a team, but it's not like a big team.
Yeah.
We just have people that we like working with, that we think we get a great product with. So the guy he's done all of our music videos, his name's Jake Stark. And then he
Last name.
I know.
Damn.
I know. After Game of Thrones and Iron Man, he really lucked out there.
Yeah, seriously.
And then yeah, he always says us wolves have to stick together. But he does all our videos, and we like it because we are not a rich band by any means. So all these people, they just like working with us, so we get like good prices, we get very high quality for like what we can afford. And then so like but I feel like it ends up in us making videos that are more personality driven rather than production driven. Like the one that's coming up, Casual, is such a fun video. But it's very simple. It's just us getting shit thrown at us, yeah, and not actual shit, colorful stuff, and then it's like, but it's so fun, and I feel like it gives a lot of our personality away, which is you know, some people probably hate us, but some people like us, you know. Yeah.
Those are the true fans, the ones that hate you.
Exactly. Yeah, no, you know you're doing something right when people are like trolling you.
Yeah, exactly.
I always feel like, and we've had trolls throughout the years, lots of trolls,
Yeah.
and we love them. Keep it coming.
Hey, we can't stop them.
Yeah.
Honestly, we tried to satisfy everybody. It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. We tried so many different ways to like make everybody happy, but but as long as we're happy, that's what matters.
Nice. What is next for you guys? Any performances, any live shows? Like, what can fans expect? Because I walked in, and I thought you guys had a show last night. I was like, shit, I missed it. Like, but what can fans expect as far as live shows go?
This year's been weird for shows for us because we used to just play all the time, and then this year we started to play less shows but bigger shows. So I think we're definitely gonna play one more show before the end of the year. I'm not exactly sure when, probably in November or December. But we will definitely play at least one more time before the end of the year, and it'll be the best show ever. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. The last show was really fun. Yeah. And the show before that, we played at Chain Reaction in Anaheim, and I mean that's like a legendary venue for us. Like, so we like headlined it because it was our EP release show, and it was packed. It was great. It was really fun.
Damn, where was I?
I don't know. Where were you? I was gonna text you, but I didn't have your number. And then right now we're getting I mean, what's next for us is we're going to play a show. We're going to go back in the studio, do another single. Our song Casual's getting played on K-Rock every weekend. We've been in the top 5 of Locals Only for like 7 weeks in a row. And that's nuts to us because we've been trying to get on that show for years. And then finally it worked out, and then we've like outlasted every band that was on that thing. And the other night we were listening to it, and it got to like the 3rd song, and I didn't recognize any of the artists on it. And I was like, Andrew, I think that we're not on it. We had a good run though. And he's like, no, here it comes. It's gonna be number 2, nah, nah, nah. And then it was like, number 2, nah, 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 nah. He's like, it's gonna be number 2, nah, nah, nah.